Hi everybody, it's Nikki here and welcome to today's video, which is my 50 Shades of Yellow / Gold, which is a Fantastic Ladies collaboration. I will leave for you in the description. I'll start that bit again. I will leave all the information you need in the description box below the video, so please do check that out before you leave. So we are nearing the end. We have literally next month's update and then the finale in April. I am thinking that I'm not going to be taking part in the next colour. I have been trying to prep for the next colour, which I'm not going to reveal here. You will have to wait to see what the other ladies are doing, but I don't think I'm going to be doing the next colour because I've been, as I say, trying to prep for it, and I'm not finding many things in my collection that I could link to the next colour. And in all honesty, the next colour is not a colour that I would per se want to pan. So I can't say too much without giving it away. Yeah, I know that there are some very clever ways that I know some of the Fantastic Ladies are going to play with the next colour, but I can't specifically do those things. If you know, you know. So I don't think I'm going to be doing the next colour. I hope that that kind of opens up my schedule to do some other smaller projects that I've not been able to take part in because I've been doing the big ones like the 50 Shades of whatever colour. Because we are getting to the end, I don't have very many products left in this project, and there are still some products in this project that I haven't even touched at all throughout the whole project. So this next month I am going to be focusing in on those particular products and hopefully get some use on them. They are mainly my skincare products. When I first introduced this project, I brought in 20 skincare, body care, hair care type of products, and then I brought in 30 makeup products, and I've been focusing mostly on the makeup products because when I project pan makeup. I don't really tend to project pan skincare because I like to stick to my skincare routine until I finish a product. I don't like to swap and change and move about, and I like to open a product, use it till completion, and then move on to the next one. So project panning skincare like that, and just, you know, in usage or anything like that, it just doesn't work. So so that's maybe why some of these items haven't been used up till now. But you know, we're getting there. We are getting there. I do have some empties and rollouts today, so I'm very happy about that. The first empty I have is my Body Shop Banana Shower Cream. This has finally been emptied. I know there's some left in the bottom there, but I spent ages trying to and it won't come out. So it is done. I know that if I swilled some water in there, I could probably get some soapy bubbles from it. But I am not that concerned about it. So yeah, this is all done, finally completed, done, dusted. I really love the banana scent from Body Shop. So you know what? I would repurchase it again. I got that on my nose. I absolutely would. This reminds me of the banana sweets that you can get, and I freaking love those. So yeah, I would definitely repurchase. Definitely on my nose. Repurchase that that scent in products again. So yeah. No other skincare has been used this month or rolled out. So let's move straight on to the makeup then. The first rollout is a lipstick. This is from Urban Decay. This is in the shade Back Talk. I am using it for the final time today. A very pretty colour. This is a me colour. This is a so me colour. I have this colour so many times in my lipstick collection. I have it in this shade. I have it in a darker shade. I have it in a lighter shade. This shade, a mauvey, sort of pinky purpley sort of shade is a me shade. So I am surprised at how long it took me to get my 10 uses out of this. But as of last update, I had used it 7 times. It weighed 20.39. I used it a further 3 times and it now weighs 20.37. Not mad that I still have plenty of this to go because, as I say, it's a me shade and I loves it. So that is going to go back into my collection. The other item that is rolling out today, I have never been so glad to roll out an eyeshadow as I have with this damn thing. Okay, so this is the Fiery 2.0 palette. And I actually rolled this in to replace another palette that I introduced into this project originally. Originally I brought in, I think it was a Revolution Flawless palette or something, and my goal was to hit 5 pans within that palette. However, upon using it, I realized that the formula wasn't that great anymore. I did manage to hit 1 pan in that palette, but the rest of the colors that were in the palette I just didn't like. It was very bland, very blasé, just not my color scheme anymore. And yeah, the formula had gone. It was very powdery. It was irritating my eyes because it was so powdery. So I decluttered that palette and I brought this one in, which I had purchased just before. And the goal was to hit the other 4 pans that were that I needed to hit in this palette. As of last update, I had hit 2 pans. So this last month I have been doing nothing but brown eyeshadow looks in order to get the last 2 pans in this palette. Not the last 2 pans, because obviously there are still some shades in here, a lot of shades in here that haven't got pan in them, but the last 2 shades to hit pan for this project. I breathed a sigh of relief when I finally hit that 2nd pan, because my god, I was so bored of brown eyeshadow looks. I'm not a brown eyeshadow kind of girl. This is a me kind of look. This is me. I like my greens, I like my blues, I like my purples. I like bright, fun, colourful eye looks, and so wearing browns was just too much. I breathed a sigh of relief when I finally hit my pans. So the first pan I'd hit originally in this was in Crystal. That was done a couple of months back. Then as of last month I had hit Tiger in pan. So this month, in the January to February, I hit pan in Brunette. And finally in Wood. Can you see that pan there? Can you see it? When I hit that pan in Wood, because that was the 2nd shade that I hit this month, I was like, thank goodness for that. And I actually ended up, I knew I was really close, so the last time I used this I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put that shade all over my eyelid, blend it up into my crease. And it was when I was doing the 2nd eye that I saw that little sliver of silver, and I was like, oh my god, it's there, I've hit pan. I then went in with a shade that is actually in the Earthy palette, because that is my Better Together palette, and I used that shade all over my eyelid on top of this Wood shade, which is kind of like a reddish brown. And then also I used the copper colour from my Pan That palette as well on my eyelid as well. And then I, just to make that pan just a little bit more obvious, a little bit more there, I then used Wood on my lower lash line. It was a very dark eye look that day, but you know what, I wasn't going anywhere, I wasn't doing anything, so I thought, you know what, let's go for it. So I am so glad, so glad. I don't have to do a brown eye look for a while. I still love this palette, don't get me wrong, I love it, and I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful to wear some of these oranges and yellows and reds through the summer months, you know, for like hot smoky looks. And then in the autumn time, we can go with the darker oranges, the darker reds, and the browns then. But I am kind of glad. I am kind of glad to be putting this aside for now, because I cannot wear brown eyeshadow any longer. Let me go over how many times it took me to hit pan. So for the shade brunette, it took me 11 uses to hit pan. For the shade wood, it took me 15, which doesn't sound a lot, but my god. For the shade tiger, because it's that cream to powder formula, pardon me, very much like a Super Shock eyeshadow, it only took me 5 uses to hit pan in tiger. And for crystal, it also only took me 5 uses to hit pan in that one, again because it's that cream to powder formula. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful eyeshadows. So I have no regrets for having this palette in my collection. I don't want to wear brown eyeshadow for a while, please. Thank you very much. Give me back my blues and greens, thank you. Okay, so moving on to the rest of the products. Again, I haven't used all of the makeup products in this project as of yet. I've only got 4 of the products to talk about, so we'll go quickly with those. I have my Too Faced Melted Matte in Gingerbread Man. This was an orangey kind of liquid lipstick. I only used it once, so it's gone from 19.67 to 19.66. This is in for 10 uses. I should have used it a lot more with that brown eye look. Thinking now, why didn't I? I have no idea. So it's now had 4 uses, so it still needs another 6 uses to go. The next item is another lipstick. This is my MAC lipstick in Tarnished Reputation. It's again a orangey brown. Why did I not wear this one? I have no idea. Now I'm thinking on it, I don't know. So this is also in for 10 uses. As of last update, it had been used 3 times, weighing 20.75. I've used it further 2 times, which means it's had 5 out of 10 uses, and now weighs 20.72. I should have had my uses on those. I'm kicking myself, really, because I should have used them. Anyway, I did, however, use this under those brown eye looks. This is my Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadow in Flux With You. I used this as a cream base for those eye looks, and you can kind of, I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of extra pan here at the top there. So I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? I don't know if you can. Anyway, so I used this 7 times. So I didn't use it every single time. I must have used it every single time. Anyway, I used it a lot. So this is in for 20 uses. I've currently used it 15 now. So as of last update, I used it 8 times and it weighed 18.79. I've used it a further 7 times to make it a 15 uses out of 20. And it now weighs 18.69, so 0.1 of a gram used, and I've hit further pan in that, so very, very happy with that. So 5 more uses to go with this one. I'm sure I can do that. Then last but not least, I have my Sleek Mini palette in Gleaming in Gold. The goal is to hit 6 pans in this eyeshadow palette because it contains 12 eyeshadows. Nobody can believe it when I tell them. But here we are. You can see that I haven't hit another pan yet, but I have used it 7 times this month. So as of last month, I had used this 93 times and hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pans, and it weighed 39.60 grams. I've used it for the 7 times, so now I've used it 100 times, and it now weighs 39.53 grams. So a lot of usage there. I am currently working on this shade here, so I don't know if you can see any dips or anything. I still haven't figured out the focus for my camera, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so fingers crossed I do get to hit a pan on that very, very soon. But that is it. That is my update for February. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.